Pulse. Welcome UNLV students to the Shotokan Karate Studies program. By now you should know you've already warmed up, you've gotten the warm-up that you feel your body needs, you're adequate for starting the program this morning. So let's go ahead and get started with our typical, quick, general warm-up. Ready? And Hajime. Ichi. Ni. San. Yon. Go. All right, warmed up good there. Let's turn to the side, bring our heels to our glutes. Good, all right. Let's go ahead and do some high knees as well. Get my workout recorded, here we go. High knees. You can do this slow, just like I'm doing. Again, just bringing your knees up. You can do it fast if you feel like kind of bouncing a little bit, working your calves a little bit. Or if you want to go slow, go slow. And yame. All right, let's come up on our toes, stretching out our calves. And yame. Very good. All right, let's go ahead and do some body hip twists. And yame. Good. Arm up, across the side, stretching out our shoulder. Good, other side. Again, don't hold these too long. Just doing dynamic stretches here. Nothing too static, nothing being held for too long. Switching over. Other side. Good. Feet just widen shoulder width. Go down, touch the floor. Go to the right. Back to center. Go to the left. Back to center. All right, make that a little wider. We're gonna go down to the right, turning up on our left heel, stretching out our hamstring. Good, now we're gonna turn to the left in a long front stance. Pushing on the quad here, pushing the knee over the toe. And down to a runner stand, or a runner stretch. Good. Back up. All right, we're gonna do everything to the other side now. Leaning to the left onto the right heel. Toes pointed up. Stretching out your hamstring. All right, let's rotate that all the way around. Good front stance, long, deep, pushing on the quad, pushing the knee out over the toe, getting a good stretch. Transition that into a runner stretch. And come back to center, come back standing. Good. Turn around, fix your gi. Back to me. Yoi. Subirachi. Free. Yoi. Seiza. Dojo-kun. 一つ、人格完成に人を盛ること。一つ、誠の道を守ること。一つと力の精神を養うこと。一つ、礼儀を重んずること。一つ、景気の湯を戒めること。Ready? That's it. よい。すばらしい。Ready? よい。So today's class is an intermediate class, and what we're going to do today is focus on the kata Heian Yondan. So intermediate, you should be looking at, I would say, green belt, blue belt, okay, somewhere in there. Potentially orange belts can be looking at this class as well. So again, what we're doing is focusing on the kata Heian Yondan. So this is kata number 4, traditional kata number 4. Now earlier in the summer, I did a class where we focused on the bunkai for Heian Yondan, right? So we're going to cover some of that in today's class. So if you haven't taken that class or you haven't reviewed that class, I would suggest going back and taking a look at that, because we're going to very briefly pass through the bunkai for this kata as we go through this class today. Today we're going to go through the kata at a slow pace, all right, where I will count it out for us, so we'll go through it together. Then we're going to go through it at a normal pace, so your speed, what you would normally go through the kata at. Then we're going to go through this and do a kata tabata, all right, so probably you're familiar with that by now. I've done that several times, but not with this particular kata, so we're going to do that today as well. Then we're going to focus on, or look at the bunkai for the kata. So we'll kind of move through the bunkai at a pretty rapid pace. I'm not going to go very slow and explain each thing, but we're going to go through the bunkai for it as well. And then we'll go back and do the kata at least once, maybe twice to wrap up class. All right, so pretty active class. And again, we're going to focus on the kata Heian Yondan. All right, so that's what you can expect today. As I said, let's go ahead and go through the kata. I'm gonna count it out for us. So as we go through this one, we're gonna go through this together at the same speed. Okay? Yeah. So I don't think there's any further explanation needed. I was just trying to think if there's something else I wanted to go through, but there's not. So I'll count it out for us. All right. So again, this is traditional kata number 4. So find your position that you're going to start. Let's go through protocol together. Ready? Yo, Subirachi, right? Yo, announce kata. Heian Yondan. And Hajime. Ich. Ni. Son. Shi. Go. Hook. Sich. Hach. Kyu. Ju. Ni. Ni. Son. Shi. Go. Hook. Siege. Hutch. Kyu. Ju. Niche. Ni. Son. Shi. Go. Roke. Siege. Hutch. Hitch. Ni. And Yame. All right, very good. So there's the kata. Again, that's by the numbers. So you should have finished when I finished. It was a little quick. I don't want to say it's too fast, but I did try to make some pauses in there. So now let's go through it at normal speed, your pace. Okay. If you want to go slow, go slow. If you want to go at my pace, go my pace. Try not to go too much faster than me. because I tend to go through kata somewhat rapidly, all right? So try not to go through it too quick, okay? Don't beat me to the finish, okay? All right, let's try it again. Ready? Again, your speed and pace, so you don't have to match me if you don't want to, all right? Ready? I'll give you time at the end of the kata before we move on to the next thing, okay? Yo. Subarachi, ready? Yo. And now it's kata. Heian, Yondan. Your own speed and pace. And hajime. And yame. Good. All right, so there's the kata. All right, we've gone through it by the numbers together. We've gone through it at your own speed and pace. You're familiar with the kata. You know the kata. Okay. So as we continue to go through this, now we're going to get our breath work. All right. Now I'm going to get you tired. We're going to go through the kata tabata. All right. If you're not familiar, right? I know I've done this with other kata, but if you're not familiar, we're going to break down each section and do it for 30 seconds. We'll take a 10-second break, okay? And then move on to the next section for 30 seconds. Now, because the beginning is slow, where we're just doing this and this, I really don't want to do that for 30 seconds. It's not really doing much for us, right? All we're doing is transferring from back stance to back stance and slowly bringing our arms up. That doesn't do much for us. So we're going to start from this position. 1, and then 2, and then 3, all right? Whenever we go through a tabata with kata, you only want to do, I would say, minimum of 2, maximum of 5 techniques, all right, for the 30 seconds, or for the 30-second interval that we're actually doing the tabata, okay? That's what we're doing here. So we're starting here. This would be 1, 2, 3, stop. All right. The next section, all right, section 2, you're doing this haishuuke kind of. Your hand is going out to the side as you do a back fist and the kick, elbow strike. We're going to do that several times. All right. That said, I want you to experiment a little bit with the height of your kick. Okay, because when we get into the bunkai, which we'll talk about soon, your kick doesn't always have to be chudan level. All right, if you're doing the kata for an exam or for a competition, yes, chudan level. All right, make that kick from here out to the side, okay, directly out to the side. But in a real life situation, maybe that kick, your opponent is too close for that. Maybe it's more beneficial for you to kick low, right? Take out the knee, okay? If someone's coming in with a punch and you're blocking that and then kicking, this is a good target. And when it's really close to you, number 2, it can take your opponent out very quickly. So from here, try during the tabata to go low. Kick low, take that knee out. Whether that knee is facing you or it's to the side, okay, it's a really good target. Sometimes this target isn't opened up as much, and sometimes in the situation or in the moment you can't get a good high side kick to that midsection of your opponent. Okay, so just think about that. And again, try different heights. If you're able to go jodan, by all means try a jodan kick as well. All right, I'm not quite as flexible to throw a good jodan level side kick, okay? But if you are, feel free to try that. Still try jodan, or still try chudan, but also try godan, okay? So also, or geidan, try low. All right, so try that low side kick and then execute that elbow strike. It still works, okay? But I don't want you to tire yourself out too much by throwing these Shotokan level kicks over and over for 30 seconds and then again on this side for 30 seconds. All right, so this is like a full minute of you throwing side kicks. It's perfectly fine, all right? It's a good workout, but I don't want you to get stuck there when you can throw them low, okay? Maybe go Shotokan, maybe go back to Heian, okay? So I'm just giving you some options here. I don't want you to feel like you have to throw them at Shotokan level every time, all right? That's section 2. So section 1, like I said, we're going through the Juji-uke, Maroto-uke, and we stop here at the Koshi-gamai. We'll do section 2, would be your side kick, your back fist, and your elbow strike. Section 3, side kick, back fist, elbow strike. Section 4, there with your kick, come to cat stance and then turn. That's section 4. Section 5 will be the kick, double punch. Section 6, kick, double punch. Section 7, we're going to go ahead and finish the kata, right? So that we're stretching because it's 3 Maroto ukes, the knee, the hizagiri, and then shuto. All right, that's what, 6, and I said typically you only want to do 5. But these Maroto ukes don't take much. It's 1, 2, 3, knee, 1, 2. Okay, so we're going to go through that part. You'll probably only get through it maybe 3 times, maybe 4 times. All right, do your best here. Okay, I know it's a lot of techniques, and this will tire you out, like I said, but we're going to do it. All right, so Heian Yondan, kata, tabata. All right, we're working on that right now. So you're going to hear some timing beeps. All right, when I hit start, it's going to count down from 10 seconds. At the 3-second mark, you'll start hearing beeps. 3, 2, 1. Long tone, we start. It's going to count us down for 30 seconds. You'll hear a tone, we stop. We have a 10-second break. You'll hear another tone. We kick off the next 30 seconds. I'll talk you through it as much as possible, but again, right now we're only doing section 1 and we are not starting with this fan block, okay? We're starting here. 1, 2, 3. All right, so work on it, make it look good, feel good about it. I'm gonna start facing the camera, so I'm gonna start here so that I can do my block and Maroto here, so you can see me coming straight to you. I may go ahead and continue, just so again you can see me coming towards you and not from this side angle, but we can make those changes as we go, okay? All right, so I've explained enough, I've talked enough, let's go ahead and get started. Here's your 10-second countdown. Good. Again. And again. Again. Good. Watch your stances. All right, watch your stances. All right, you should be front stance, back stance. All right, 10-second break. We're starting here, kick out to the side, back fist, elbow strike. Ready? And again. Try low kick. Other side. Ready? 10 seconds. Going to this side. Same thing. Koshi-gamai. Very good. All right, we're transitioning from there. So we've done our kick off to the side. We're starting here. Ready? Again. Good. Start from your elbow strike. Good. Start from that elbow. Good. Don't do the turn, okay? We're going to start directly from the turn. Again. Good. Other side, same thing. Okay, starting from here. Three Maroto ukes. Hizageri, shuto, shuto. Ready? Again. 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 All right, that's the end of the kata. A stop timer. All right, very good. Take a moment here, catch your breath. Okay, I'll do the same. So that is your kata tabata for Heian Yondan. All right. It's a great way to go through the kata so that you're practicing your kihon techniques over and over, right? You're doing it rapidly, okay? So now I'm going to move on to the bunkai. So I'm going to go through the bunkai for you, and again, somewhat of a rapid succession. All right, so I'm not going to explain too much as we go through it. Again, like I said, in the summer, the helicopter going over. I don't know if you can hear, but it's pretty loud here. Let me give it a second. Maybe it's more than one. Anyways, that gave us a good breather. Anyways, all right, so earlier in the summer, I think it was intermediate class 15. If you go back to that class, you'll see me break down Heian Yondan in bunkai format. It's a very, what's the word I'm looking for? Granular. It's very granular breakdown because I break down every single technique in a way that you can understand it for a bunkai or for a real world situation or fight. So what we're going to do now is do that, but we're going to kind of go in a more rapid succession. Like I said, I'm not going to explain it too much, but I will give it a good enough detailed explanation that we can go through it together. All right, because I kind of want you to go through the kata as if it were a fight. All right, so as if you were doing the bunkai. All right, not for competition, not to pass an exam, but as if this were a real fight. All right, so the beginning. You start with these two fan blocks. All right, so we start, we're facing forward, and we step into this and we rotate back to this side, all right? For the bunkai, that's done in one direction, all right? Now, in the kata, it was traditionally meant so that you would demonstrate this, that you could do this on both sides, all right? But instead of going in one line to do it, they turn left and then they turn right. What we're going to do is go in one direction, turning left and then turning to the right. But we're just stepping. So we're stepping here in back stance and then here in back stance. Essentially, that is this, all right? Because we're going from back stance with our left foot forward to back stance with our right foot forward. That's what we do in the beginning of the kata. Left foot forward, right foot forward. Okay, so that's what we're doing. Now imagine your opponent is coming at you with a punch, and then not moving toward you, punch, punch. All right. The first thing that you typically do is you raise your hands to block yourself. That's just natural. Okay. So when that punch comes up, it's coming from around here, you're blocking it. Okay. You see the other punch coming, you're slapping it down, stepping in, strike, and you're keeping this hand up just in case. All right? That's the beginning. Again, as an opponent is coming in, they're punching with this right hand, it's blocked. Instead of, right, you're closing distance, instead of doing anything else with their feet, they're just going to punch with the other hand. So you're dodging a barrage of punches. One and then two. One gets blocked, so they throw two. You slap it down, step in between the legs, and that Maroto Uke is actually a strike to the temple, the jaw line, even the carotid, if it's available. All right. So again, as you see that opponent making their move toward you sideways, the first punch comes, you're blocking it, okay? And then the other punch comes, the Geidan. The Gyakuzuki. The reverse punch is coming from the other side. You slap it down. Okay? And then strike. Alright? And again, like I said, that looks exactly like 1, 2. If you go into the bunkai, right? The punch is coming, block, the other punch coming, slap, strike. Alright? Punch comes, you're defending yourself. Other punch comes, slap, strike. Okay? That's the beginning. The next thing you do is you move into this Juji Uke and then a Maroto Uke. Alright, so many people say, well, you're blocking this kick that comes in. In my opinion, not really blocking a kick because you're not fast enough. Right? You have to be super fast to block a kick that's coming in. And typically in a fight, not a lot of people throw kicks. Alright? You would have to be, like I said, really fast to see a kick coming, understand that it's coming, and then throw and step so that you can block that kick. I more imagine this as being a punch coming in, right? Maybe a punch to your chest or your stomach. As you see it coming in, you guide it down and then strike. Okay? So like I said, if it's coming into this area here, it's a lower punch. You're standing to the side, you see it coming, or you're standing straight on. You see that punch coming low, guide it down. You can either punch the arm, right, the bicep, or you can go for the stomach or the groin. Okay, again, that looks just like this. Comes down, punch, 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 whatever you want to do, but keep control of that punching arm. Pull it to you, move in, and strike. Right? We just did that same thing with Maroto Uke. Maroto Uke is typically used as a block, but in most situations you can use this as a hammer fist to the side. It's a great way to strike someone in the temples, in the jaw, okay? Because you're not using your knuckles. A lot of times when people fight and they hit with their knuckles or their fists, they break knuckles, fingers, all right? Knuckles get really swollen. But if you're hitting with the side, right, it's a much better tool to use. This hammer that you're using is much better, all right? So again, you see it coming, you control it down and block it, over to the side, strike, right? Strike, and then strike again here. As your opponent, okay? So I see you're standing right in front of me. I'm going to punch down, right, into your belly or your groin. Probably your belly is where I'm going for. You have controlled it, pulled it in and over, striking me anywhere in here. Or again, like I said, you could strike this elbow. That's a good tight pull. Strike back here, okay? Maybe they're holding a knife or something like that and they went to stab. All right, so if you go to control and then punch this wrist, okay, or control that, maybe they're gonna drop what's in their hand. Punching that elbow, the funny bone, makes them immediately tense up, all right? Strike anywhere along in here, anywhere in here, and then you move in, and that Murata Uke comes and strikes right there, all right? That's the second part. That's block, control, punch, stay controlled with this arm, strike. Now you're up to here, Koshigamae, kicking off to the side. This is pretty self-explanatory. I think you got this one pretty quick. I'll just do it once. You're doing it on each side. You're here, you see a strike coming, that right hand punch, which we talk about 90% of the time. It's a right coming in. You're blocking it, or at least as you see it coming, controlling that arm. The kick, controlling the arm, sliding down to grab the back of the head, elbow strike. All right? It's pretty self-explanatory. Not much bunkai to that you need to interpret, okay? Again, like I said earlier, if you don't want that side kick to go so high, again, you're here, you see that punch coming, grab it, kick the side of the knee, kick the front of the knee, still going for the control as you slide down the arm, wrap around in the back of the head, pulling it into your elbow. Okay, pretty self-explanatory. As the attacker, again, I'm coming in, your arm comes up here to block this strike coming in, moves right down my arm to the back of my head as you kick my knee or my stomach or my chest, grabbing the back of my head, pulling me into your elbow. Easy, right? That makes sense. Now in the kata we do it on both sides. So again, you're back to Koshigamae. On this side, same thing happens, but it's a left punch. So you're blocking here, controlling the arm, right? I don't tend to interpret this as a back fist at the same time as the punch, even though in the kata that's what you're doing. It's a back fist strike and a punch at this, or and a kick at the same time, but your leg is so much longer than your fist, or than your fist being out there. So in my opinion, there's no point in doing the back fist. It's not going to connect if your kick is going to connect, because your kick has much more distance to it. So I tend to look at this as more of a block. So again, as a punch is coming in, you're blocking it, controlling it, or just doing something to feign so that you can get away from it long enough to throw that kick. And where is that kick going? Again, the knee, the side of the knee, the front of the knee, or churan level, right? Sliding that hand down, following their arm to the back of their head, pulling it into that elbow. Yeah? So that's your left and your right, okay? Now you're moving back forward. And you don't have to move back forward. Like I said, this can be done straight on as someone's coming in. You've completed this elbow strike here. Someone's now coming from this direction, straight to your side from your 90 degree, from your 9 o'clock position, and they're throwing a kick. So you are sweeping that kick away with a gate on. It could be this, and it could be this. But what you're doing is just sweeping it away so that you can then move forward and connect to the side of their face. Again, as the opponent, I'm coming in, I see this perfect opening to kick you because your side is to me, so I'm going to kick, but you turn, kick that leg off to the side, block it off to the side, deflect it off to the side, and then open up for that strike here to this temple, even to the side of the neck, all right? Just because, again, as it comes in, you're sweeping it away, blocking, control, right? You can control if there's another punch. So again, you can look at this as kick, punch that's coming to you, okay? You are sweeping that away, grabbing the arm to control, sweeping it away, grab the arm to control, and then pulling as you complete this knife hand strike. And again, height doesn't matter. You can go here to the temple, you can go to the neck, all right? Again, back to the beginning, your technique should be performed at someone your height. So if you're throwing this, that's temple. If you're going here, that's neck, right? You can tell that by where your hand is. If I see it here, that's my neck. If I see it here, that's my temple, okay? It just depends on where you're gonna throw it, and it's up to you. I'm not saying one is more correct than the other, especially at bunkai. Now in the kata, it is a high strike, okay? It is meant to go to the temple. But in bunkai, it's up to you, right? It's gonna depend. So again, coming at you from the side, sweeping and blocking that kick away. You see the punch coming as well. You're gonna control it, pull, and strike, right? Now in the kata, it looks more like that, okay? Because this is just a high block, which it still could be, right? As a punch is coming in, and you've deflected this, the punch is coming in, you're blocking it up and away as you strike. So several things that you can do there with that other hand, all right? It's just up to you as to what you want to do with it, or maybe it's only a kick that's coming. It's deflected. There's nothing here that they wanted to do with their hands, so you deflected this and there's a strike. But also maybe they've thrown that kick, it's deflected, so they decide to come in with that punch. Maybe it's deflected up with more of an age-uke style block before you throw that chop. Or maybe it's grabbed and pulled so that you can chop there. It's going to depend on the motion and the momentum of your opponent. So if you have someone to work with, try it. Try it a couple different ways. See how that works out for you. All right? Getting into the weeds of it. So from there, we go into cat stance. We're not worried about that. We're now turning, and an opponent is coming at us this way. They're coming to tackle or throw a bear hug. Okay? As you see it coming, you're going to step back and away in a back stance, right? Create distance and throw your arms up to keep them from wrapping the arms around you. Control the arms. So block, control, yeah? Kick, punch, punch. Now, when I say kick, the distance might not be appropriate for a kick, right? If they're close enough to wrap their arms around you, you blocked and then pulled their arms down, a kick might be too much. You might not be able to get a kick off, but you can get a knee. So maybe this is block, control, knee, punch, punch. You can definitely get those punches off, right? Those punches can go to the chest and they can go to the face. And after a knee, they're going to be bent down. So as the opponent is coming to you, I'm coming to you, I'm going to wrap you up, you blocked, pull my arms down, knee, now I'm kind of stumbling back from that knee and I'm bent down, punch, punch, and come straight into the face. All right, again, that's how the kata looks. Now with an opponent, after you throw that knee, there's no telling if they're just going to back up and fall down, if they're going to slop off to the side. There's really no telling how your opponent's going to react, but you should be ready for that knee and to be able to follow up with punches if you need to. And that's again just following the kata, all right? Maybe in a real fight that doesn't happen. Maybe after you've blocked, pulled, and that knee is there, they're done. We're preparing by saying punch, punch, okay? Then you repeat it on the other side. Self-explanatory, like I said, it's the same thing as going to the left, and then you stop and do it to the right. We're doing the same thing here. Block, control, knee, punch, punch, other side. Someone's coming, same situation. It's just a different leg, right? Instead of being in a back stance this way, you're in a back stance this way. Same thing. Block, control, knee, punch, punch. We got it. The next thing you do is 3 Moroto Ukes. We're only going to focus on one, all right? Moroto Ukes are blocks, okay? So it could be that they're throwing punches and you're blocking it, and then another one comes and you block it, which looks more like Uchi Uke. But if you want to throw a support arm out there, you can, okay? But then you throw the knee, all right? So It's 1, 2, 3, throw the knee, and then you turn for 2 Shotoukes. All right, the bunkai is a little different, because like I said, we're not really focusing on Moroto ukes. 1 at least, right? So it's 1, 2, 3. So it's a punch that's coming. All right, so as the punch comes, you're moving out of the way, controlling it, pulling it down. Throw this hammer fist again to the side of the face. Here, grab the back of their head, grab their shoulder or their shoulders, back of their head, knee, step around, and dump them across this leg into what looks like a Shotouke. All right, I'm going to go from this side. So again, you see the punch coming, control, pull it down, grab it, Moroto, control, knee, step behind, dump across this leg, which looks like Shotouke. All right, I'll do it again. Just I want to keep changing angles on you so you can see some various options here. Again, as that punch comes, you are moving out of the way to control, strike, control, knee, step around, dump to the floor. All right, don't worry about that second Shotouke. What I want to focus on is a real life situation. All right, so again, you see that punch coming, you are deflecting, grabbing, strike, keep a hold of them, dump them to the floor. Right, you've got a hold of them here for this he's again. Whether you're grabbing here, or you're grabbing here, or you're grabbing the back of their head. You have a lot of options. Maybe here and here. Maybe here and here. Maybe the back of the head and here. Maybe the back of the head and the shoulder. You have 2 hands, so you have a variety of options to grab with both hands. Grab, knee, step around, keep control, and the other hand, you're forcing them across this leg to the floor, which what looks like Shuto, and that turning Shuto at 180 degrees. You can then strike down if you want to finish. Okay? That's the bunkai. All right, so hopefully you got a little bit out of that without going too deep into that other class. Let's try to go through the kata together, doing that whole thing. All right, the bunkai version. Okay? All right, so there's no need to go through protocol. Someone's coming straight at us. All right, we're starting. Someone's coming straight at us with a oizuki gyakuzuki. 1, gyakuzuki comes, deflected, strike. All right, good. Let's do it again from this side. As they come to you, you are going to throw your arms up in defense to block this punch. Gyakuzuki comes, slap it down, control, strike, or bring your hand up, right? Control, strike. All right, good. Now, someone's coming at you again from this direction with either a kick or that punch, that gyakuzuki coming from the left. So you see it coming, it's coming in low, either from here or from here, right? In the kata, we'd be more sideways, but in a street fight situation, they're probably coming from here, go to the stomach, grab, punch, right? Like I said, if they're holding a weapon in this hand, you can punch that wrist. You grab a hold of the wrist and you want to punch the back of the elbow, push into the back of the elbow, punch that tricep, all right? Or go under, punch in the stomach, punch in the ribs, okay? Punch to the kidneys, okay? There's that. Again, it comes around. Deflection and pull down, control, strike, keep control, move forward, hammer fist to the side of the face. Yes? All right, that's done. Now you have an opponent coming from the side, or maybe still from this angle. Maybe that person's backed off, right? You struck them here, and now as the opponent struck there in the side of the face, but I'm still up to fight. Okay? So now I'm going to throw this punch. Haishuke to block. control, yeah. Kick, slide down the arm, elbow strike. All right, let's do that. Again, as they come in, Haishiuke, control, kick, or remember that low kick, still available. Kick, glide in, just following their arm down to the back of their head, strike with that elbow. Then it goes to the other direction. We're not too concerned with that. Maybe there's more than one fighter, maybe there's not. They're throwing the punch from the other side. Haishiuke to block it, control it, kick, slide down, elbow strike. Now you're focusing on a forward direction. As someone is coming here, you're going to sweep that kick off to the side, potentially controlling a punch or a strike that's coming, or ageuke to block it and defend it, as you then strike to the temple or the carotid, here or here. Your choice. Again, they come in, strike to defend, or not strike, but block to defend or deflect. Maybe the punch is coming right after. Up, strike. You're basically protecting your head here, right? Because even if they come in with a punch from this other side, your arm is up and protecting your head here as you move in and forward to strike the side of their face, anywhere through here. Anywhere through here. All right, I'm not saying there has to be one specific target, but this ridge hand to anything in here is not going to feel good. All right, so again, as that kick comes in, you're deflecting, protecting your head in many ways. Strike. All right, and then kick. Strike, kick. Yeah, so again, you're coming straight to me. I'm maybe turned a little bit, maybe turned slightly. And then land that back fist as well. All right, not much to it after the explanation of, because I get this a lot, what is this? All right, it's a deflection of a kick, potential deflection of a strike, or blocking that strike. You're returning with this ridge hand, kick, and then dropping that back fist wherever you can to the front of their face. The kick is going to push them back, right? So they've kicked, deflection, maybe punch, deflection, strike here. They're still standing here wide open. As you then kick to move them back, landing that back fist right there to the bridge of their nose or their chin, they're going to be done. Okay? Now we move on to the turn. Someone, and maybe it's not a turn. Maybe we've dropped that back fist and now they're mad. Now they're just coming straight at you with just to try to take you down with that bear hug. All right? Just to try to control you. You've done so much to hurt them, right? Now they're coming at you, they're mad. Block, pull down, knee, punch, punch. All right? So again, as they come to you, block, control, knee, punch, punch. Maybe you're offset. Instead of going right and left like we talked about, maybe you step back here or here. It doesn't matter which foot's forward, we practice this. We know it, right? Because we do it on both sides. They're coming at me, I don't know, it's up to you. Maybe you're better with your right leg for that knee. Maybe you're better with your left leg for that knee. When they come to you, maybe it's just natural instinct to step back, control, kick or knee, right? Maybe more it's natural instinct for you to stand here as it comes in and you come back this way. Control, knee, punch, punch, right? It really doesn't matter which one you do. Now you move on from there to your Marota Ukes, which are blocks. 1, 2, a punch comes in, you're going to control it, strike, grab, 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 knee, step behind, jump to the floor. We went over this several times. Do this with me. Again, block a strike coming in, block a strike coming in. This one now comes in. You're going to control it, strike, control, control, control. You pick, knee, step behind, drop. All right, let me back up and do that again so you can see a little bit better. Again, they're coming in, right? You're going to block, block. This one comes in again, control, strike, control, 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 control. Variety of options here. Knee, step around, drop to the floor, strike to end the fight. Yeah? All right, so there's the bunkai in somewhat of a rapid succession. Okay? We're going a little long here. So, let's go through the kata one more time, just to finish up class. All right? Let's come back to a good starting position. Go through this at your own speed and pace. Think about the bunkai. Right? I don't want you to do the bunkai here, but just think about it as you go through the kata. And think about how the techniques that we're doing in the traditional form of the kata can apply to a real situation. Can apply to the bunkai that we just did. All right? Ready? Yo! Subidachi, right? Yo! Heian, Yondan. Your own speed and pace. Hajime. And yame. Good. All right. So thank you for joining me for this class, right? It's pretty focused on Heian Yondan. Hopefully you pulled a lot out of this as far as information for this specific kata. Let's come back to center. Yoi. Subidachi. Right? Yoi. Seiza. All right. Today's meditation, I want you to go through the bunkai of this kata. Go through it and apply it. Apply as many techniques as you can to a practical application. Mokuso. Mokuso yumi. Sensen yuri. Tete. Yoi. Subidachi. Right. Yoi. Os. Alright, thank you students for joining me for this class. I don't know if during your meditation, I know during mine, I imagined that entire bunkai with one person. One attacker the entire time. Instead of me making turns to face someone new, it's just one attacker that won't go down. So imagine that, all right? If you can, if you have the time, right? Imagine that one attacker. You're starting with your fan, deflection, strike, all right? That doesn't take them down, so then they come in with a punch and you deflect it and you strike and you strike. You step back again. Now they come with this other. You grab it, you kick, elbow strike. They're still not done. You're still coming this direction, so they decide to kick. You strike, strike, kick, Bag fist. That doesn't take them down, so now they're still coming at you. You still block here, pull down, the knee comes up, punch, punch, still doesn't take them down. Now they come with their rotas. 1, 2, control, 3, control knee, then you take them down, and then you finish with that punch. That entire kata can be done with one attacker that you're moving back and forth with. Instead of turning and facing here and turning and facing here, it's one attacker, right? So it's easy to kind of go through it again with one person, if you have a partner to work with, as this one long attack, okay? One long fight scene, okay? Where you're being attacked and you're defending and counterattacking and defending and counterattacking. Every single thing that you do starts with a defense and then a counterattack, and then a defense and then a counterattack. You're never on the attack, okay? That's a good key thing to think about here with this kata is, or the bunkai of it anyway, is you're defending yourself, counterattacking, and stepping away. They continue to attack, so you defend, counterattack, and step away. And that's what this is. It's a continuation of that over and over until you finish the fight by dumping them across your leg and striking down, right? But again, that starts with defense, defense, pull, defense, right? All right, so just think about the kata maybe in that way. It's a good way to kind of go through it, especially if you have a partner to work with, one single partner to work with, and you just continue to go through the entire kata, line by line by line, attack, defense, right? Okay? All right, come together, yoi, suvirachi, right? Yoi. Os. Thank you, students, for joining me for this class. I hope you got so much out of it. Any comments I'd appreciate. And again, if you want to start learning and earning real rank, you are more than welcome to contact me on my website. I'd be happy to get you started so that we can start the process of rolling through this together and learning and getting live feedback from me so that you understand and get corrections as you go through and learn Shotokan karate. Os.